sustainable livelihood generation, how we are promoting the avenues. So we have applied for the award, which is for sustainability, which goes from technology enablement, agri-food processing, and the food safety. And the project sector is a rural development. So this is how my presentation is going to be. We will be talking about what my organization is. We are working in Kandi area, so what were the challenges which we faced? What are the strengths of the target area? What interventions we provided? What was our vision? What approach we adopted? What innovations we promoted? What is our success story? What impact we could generate? How was the rippling effect and the future plans for us? So this is our the council. We have been set up on behest of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. We are serving as a state level node of department and apex body for Department of Science, Technology and Environment, Government of Punjab. Basic mission is to promote or to carry on the agenda of science, technology and innovation to drive this agenda for the state. We are recognized, DSIRs, S0 recognized, and we are a think tank for generating and fructifying the innovative ideas. So this is our mission, which is Science for Sustainable Development and Mission for Technological Diffusion at the grassroots level. So I would also like to inform that we are spearheading a mission Innovate Punjab, wherein we are in touch with all the innovation players of the state. Maybe it is research institutions, maybe it is industry, startups, the state government departments, to make a Punjab a hub of research and innovation. So this is our area where we are working for the past 3 decades or so. It's a Kandi area, which I assume that both the experts will be knowing. It's a sub-mountainous zone, which is along the low Shivalik foothills and is classified as one of the endemic zone. And there is a lot of ecological and environmental constraints in the sense that the topography is not plain. It is very, very undulating. The region has a flash flood. There's a lantana infestation of the area. With the result, the green pastures are not there. And when the green pastures are not there, there's a lot of animal attack. That is a stray animal attack is there. So for the area, we have a low agricultural productivity. There was no sustainable income source. There was a lack of technological knowledges and as well as the post-harvest infrastructure. It was categorized as a backward area. But of course, every region, if it has its challenges, it also has its strengths. So these are, the region is full of the abundantly available natural bioresources. And the local names mean there's a lot of amla, jamur, hill lemon, kari patta, giloi. That whole belt is for the medicinal and aromatic plants. So a lot of these resources, they were available and are available in that region. So this is our intervention, that this is an aerial view of the facility which we have set up in the Kandi area. You can see the terrain, which is in very, very undulating terrain, which is there. So we have set up the bioresource processing facility, which is visible over here. And we have also set up the Rural Innovation and Application Center. The vision with which we took this task was, we wanted to have a value addition facility because a lot of resources were there. We wanted to go in for the technologies which can work for this area. Maybe we had to develop them, we had to take them from the other research institutions, validate them, scale up and disseminate them. And of course, local bioresources valorization, so that there could be avenues for the income generation, knowledge diffusion and technology transfers, boosting and strengthening rural enterprises, skilled and social entrepreneurial workforce. This is the whole crux of work which we have been able to give up to these centers. This is the whole hard work which has gone into these facilities, which are now making a great impact on the area. The first is naturally we had to look in for what kind of a local bioresources are there. Then of course, depending upon bioresources, we had to get in touch with the institutions or the technological institutions who were developing that technological solutions. Then we had to create the infrastructure. We mobilized a very small funding initially from Department of Science and Technology, very small, so that we could set up some sort of infrastructure over there. Then the technologies which poured in from the technological institutions, we went in for the optimization, validation. Then the technologies, they had to be ready as per the industrial need and as per FSSI. And of course, the most important innovative part was to involve the community. This is whole endeavor is the community driven endeavor. So we built the capacity so that the communities could be trained for the bulk processing, for harvesting, post-harvesting, as well as for the other activities. And then, of course, when we talk of a food, we needed to have all the quality controls, assurance, GMP, HACCP. And once we had done all this, we had technologies, we had infrastructure, we had community to do this. The most important part was to have the marketing tie-ups. If the product is ready and if nobody's to buy it, then that becomes a limitation. So we established marketing tie-ups, we went in for the supply chain management and then income generation avenues. So this is the kind of innovations which we have promoted. These are some of them which we are promoting, which we have promoted. We know, I'll just take 2 minutes to explain this slide for the experts. We know that Punjab is known for the jaggery, but when we started this, the units which were there, they were really very, very unethical practices, not very hygienic. They were using a chemical clarificant, so a lot of problems were there. So we stepped in, we involved the institution of sugar research, and we developed the prototype, and then now we have demonstrated 2 jaggery units which were demonstrated and which has given a lot of profit and yield to the self-help groups and the cooperatives to which they have been demonstrated. Then talking of the natural vinegar production, vinegar we all know is many of us are taking the vinegar in the morning, which has a lot of a health benefit. But if we talk of the synthetic vinegar, it is very, very harmful. So this was a small technology which was at the level of 50 liters at the PAU. We got this technology of making the vinegar from the natural fruits, and we got this technology to a higher scale. It was validated, and now we have a capacity which is to the tune of 20,000 liters per month. The vinegar is coming out of this facility which we have set up. Then, of course, forced circulation solar dry, another technology from PAU, because lots of local resources and people were using the traditional methods. So now then 2 demonstration units were set up with the help of energy department. And this has really made difference to their income generating potential. Bamboo, which we call as the golden reserve, which can grow very well in Kandi area. We are doing a lot of technology transfer in this. Apart from the charcoal is one product which we are, there's also the handicraft. And from the edible bamboo, the food products, the trainings they were given and people have adopted this. Even there was a good boss who was involved because there's a very unique model which they have made for making the backyard poultry. And then this, the women were trained, and there was an order of around about 200 or so the structures which were prepared and were marketed through the Unnati. Then fuel pellets from biomass, of course, the area also has the agriculture, there's a forest, waste is also there. That has been also utilized for preparing the fuel pellets. This was a technology which is our indigenous technology which we have prepared. And this 4 demonstration units, they have been set up in this unit. Aromatic oil, because area is very good for the aroma cultivation. So we have demonstrated 3 units for the aromatic essential oil extraction in this area, which is with the farming community. Hill lemon, this is our new project under which, because a lot of hill lemon is there. So we have involved one of the biotechnology institution who are working on the technology to develop a pectin out of this hill lemon, because otherwise they are just making the pickles, pickle thing is being made. So this is something novel which will come out of this project. This is our success story. If my executive director is there and she would like to take up from here. Madam, are you there?
Yes.
Sorry for interruption, ma'am. Can you please conclude your presentation in 2 to 3 minutes?
Sure. So just would like good afternoon to all the committee members here. Just through this slide, wanted to give you a flavor. When we say it's a huge success story which has created a significant impact in this area, if you look at the left-hand side of the slide, this is what the site looked like. These were dilapidated sheds that we had taken on rental lease from State's Electricity Board, the Punjab State Power Corporation Limited. And on the right-hand side, this is what the facility looks like now. You name the certification this facility has. Food Standard Safety Authority of India certification. It also has export license. So just quickly taking you forward. So this involved a local cooperative from that area in the whole initiative, and that's how large-scale community involvement. And as my colleague shared with you, over these couple of last few years, series of tech interventions we have been introducing in that area, which has, and also it started with one resource, which was Amla, and then slowly added the technologies for the other resources which grow in that area. And the product range also has expanded over the years. So this is the impact. About 2,400 metric ton bioresources are being, values being added annually there in these facilities, and directly there are 250 beneficiaries, especially women, who are directly working at the facility, and then about 1,000 indirect. And if I talk in terms of man days employment, it's close to the tune of 2 lakh man days employment per annum, which is being generated. And I said series of tech interventions. So about 7 technologies we brought. As I said, we have been infusing these technologies. That's the जिसको कहते हैं राज है इसकी सक्सेस स्टोरी को में जनरेट होने का. जैसे जैसे पकड़ में आया कि ये कुछ दोबारा से इनकी इनकम में कुछ और एडिशन कर सकता है, we've been bringing the technologies, and you name the best of the brands in the country, be it Apollo, Cadilla, our own Punjab's Market, Godrej, Dhanvantari, and also online marketing. They're all now connected with this facility here in Kandi area. So this is, again, to give you, this is something I find a very beautiful rippling effect which has come out of this initiative. If I just give example of one technology, say scientific jaggery making, वो एक यूनिट लगाया, उसके बेस के ऊपर पंजाब गवर्नमेंट ने 2 units, in fact demo units, has now declared Hoshiarpur district as for jaggery, 1 district 1 product. I mean, taking this at the policy level, also pushing these interventions. And based on this now, with the Punjab Agro's initiatives, 12 scientific jaggery making units have come up, and the 2 demo units that we set up, they are also now acting as kind of common facility center. The other farmers in the area are coming there and making their jaggery at these units. And also similarly, we had picked up a technology from Punjab Agriculture University for forced circulation solar dryer for drying of the bioresources there. And as soon as we could demonstrate the success, we could take the community along. The state government replicated, and now 25 forced circulation solar drying units have come. Similarly, natural vinegar technology from 50-liter scale, it has gone to a many folds higher scale, and this is one of the largest facility now in India for making the natural vinegar. So just last slide, sharing with you what is the future vision we have. Now we are planning to launch a rural milieu accelerator from this platform, from this facility that we have, which when I say that, it means that our vision is to nurture at least 6 startups a year, which would be working in the rural milieu, in the rural domain, based on the local bioresources. So that's the future plan we have. I think that's all. So just to give you a flavor, happy to share that Government of India had conferred me with the National Award for Women's Development through Application of Science and Technology. President of India had given this award. It's by the Ministry of Science and Technology. Also the award for exemplary service in the field of science and technology by the state government. And in my team also, 7 of my other scientists and engineers in my own organization besides me received the state Parman Patra. And recently we also received the state UNDP and Government of Punjab's SDG Action Award 2020 for environment sustainability. And also we promote the IP protection of intellectual property rights in a big way. So received the IP recognition award for the last 2 consecutive years. Yeah. So thank you. That's all from our side. Yeah.
Thank you very much, madam. And congratulations from our side also on your getting President Award.
Thank you
You
so
see,
much.
good work speaks for itself. I have been to Punjab, I have worked in Punjab, I have worked in Kandi area. I know how difficult it is to really bring, especially livelihood promotion programs. So I am really happy to note that these are the type of interventions which were definitely required here. Just one question.
Please.
If I just ask you, what is the average increase in the income of the people who have been involved in this? Because ultimate test is that people livelihood should be generated and it should be adequate enough to live comfortably.
So I will give you, I will rather than, I can give you one word answer also, but since I'm so glad that you have worked closely with the Kandi area and you appreciate the challenges of the area. So I'll rather give you maybe in one or two sentences a little elaborate answer, which I'm sure, something you can, you will appreciate. When we started working in this area, the amla was selling at the rate of 2 rupees a kg. And the forest in this area belong to community. The lands are fragmented. The forest area, is the community has the forest land, and there was no good harvesting practice, etc. Today, there is, at the facility, as I said, we involved this local cooperative with us. So a buyback happens, like any government gives MSP for a crop. For small crops like the giloy, like karela, wild karela, amla, all those grow in that area, kind of a prices that too is fixed in consultation with the collectors there. So it has come to the tune of 8 rupees to 14 rupees a kg. The amla itself. I'm just talking of again one crop. And then, recently we looked at the cost economics of jaggery, for example. And Dr. Alkesh, if you can, or Dr. Bakshi, if you can add the precise figures, which prior to setting up of scientific jaggery production unit was their monthly income, and what is the monthly income now? If you can quickly just add, so then I'll go to maybe, yeah, quickly perhaps. Yeah.
For the sugar cane, because when we had started, the initial price of the sugar, the jaggery which was being sold in the market was to the tune of 30 to 35 rupees. But with our intervention, with the packaging, with the biological clarificant going in, with the hygienic and the kind of a system where we could produce in the 3-pan system with a higher productivity. One is the productivity has gone threefolds, and the second is the price from 30 to 35 has gone to 50 to 55 rupees per kg. That is our FPO which has been settled, who is now getting, and there has been a bulk orders not only for the usual consumption, for the marriage orders also they have already got in advance for this season also. So that is a kind of an impact this has been able to generate.
I think if there is more time, we can discuss more. Very good. But because of the limitation of time, I think I would like to wind up there. Except, let me tell you, I buy this murabba, amla murabba from the market. That cost me 600 to 700 rupees a kg. So if some sort of this murabba activity and all these type of activities, we also start in our area and quality is maintained, I think there is no limit on it.
Thank you so much, and I would say it's a facility worth looking at. That's how I showed you before and after pictures. Starting from dilapidated sheds, literally I would say वो सांप लटक रहे होते थे छत से जब हमने ये शेड लिए हैं अपना PSPCS से, तो आज ये yeah. So and it's not only preserve or murabba. There are about 10 products based on.
I know. Yeah. I know. I just gave one example, no?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And God bless you in your endeavor.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Excellent and outstanding work, madam. I have just a suggestion that you develop your facility as a technology incubation center, so that more such facilities can be created in your states. Entire Punjab has a lot of potential.
So in fact, that's what, when I showed you the slide on future vision, precisely what you are suggesting. Thank you for resonating with our vision. That's what we've named it. Instead of incubator, we've named it accelerator,
Sure.
which besides providing the incubation facilities, if somebody has to come and validate the technology or even carry out the initial manufacturing, it will accelerate in terms of providing a common brand also. If some branding, we can provide one brand under which it can be marketed. We'll provide the marketing platform. Now we've established the online marketing platform, the marketing linkages with best of brands in the country, so that all the facility will be available to the startups or the entrepreneurs. That's why we've named it accelerator, instead of just leaving it at the level of incubation.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Excellent work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.